Gyanakosha, an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by Pact. Vedas. Rig Veda. Hymns on Agni. Mandala 3.
ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवज्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः
Mandala 4, Sukta 1. Rishi Vamadeva and Gautama in meter Asti visualized Agni, the Agni. Have the gods ever of one accord sent hither down a god appointed messenger, with their wisdom sent thee down. The immortal, O thou holy one, mid mortal men, the God devoted God, the wise, have they brought forth the omnipresent, God devoted sage. As such, O Agni, bring with favour to the gods thy brother, Varuna, who loveth sacrifice. True to the law, the Aditya, who supporteth men, the king, supporter of mankind. Do thou, O friend, turn hither him who is our friend, swift as a wheel, like two car steeds in rapid course, wondrous to us in rapid course. O Agni, find thou grace for us with Varuna, with Marutas, who illume all. Bless us, thou radiant one, for seed and progeny, bless us, O thou wondrous God. Do thou, who knowest Varuna, O Agni, put far away from us the God's displeasure. Best sacrificer, brightest one, refulgent, remove thou far from us all those who hate us. Be thou, O Agni, nearest us with succor, our closest friend, while now this morn is breaking. Reconcile to us, Varuna, be bounteous, enjoy the gracious dews, be swift to hear us. Excellent is the glance of brightest splendor, which the auspicious God bestows on mortals. The God's glance longed for even as the butter, pure heated of the cow, the milch cow's bounty. Three are those birds, the true, the most exalted, eagerly longed for, of the god of Agni. He came invested in the boundless reason, pure, radiant, friendly, mightily resplendent. This envoy joyeth in all seats of worship, borne on his golden ear, sweet-tongued invoker. Lovely to look on, with red steeds, effulgent like a feast, rich in food, joyous forever. Allied by worship, let him give man knowledge, by an extended cord they lead him onward. He stays affluent, effectual in this mortal's dwelling, and the god wins a share in his possession. Let Agni, for he knows the way, conduct us to all that he enjoys of God sent riches. What all the immortals have prepared with wisdom, Darius, Shire, Begetter, raining down true blessings. In houses, first he sprang into existence, at great heaven's base and in this region's bosom, footless and headless, both his ends concealing, in his bull's lyre drawing himself together. Wondrously first he rose afloat, defiant in the bull's lyre, the home of holy order. Longed for, young, beautiful, and far resplendent, and 7 dear friends sprang up unto the mighty. Here did our human fathers take their places, fain to fulfill the sacred law of worship. Forth drave they with loud call, dawn steaming, milch kine bed in the mountain stable in the cavern. Splendid were they when they had rent the mountain, others around shall tell forth this their exploit. They sang their song, prepared to free the cattle. They found the light, with holy hymns they worshipped. Eager, with thought intent upon the booty, the men with their celestial speech threw open the solid mountain firm, compact, enclosing, confining cows the stable full of cattle. The milch cow's earliest name they comprehend, they found the mother's thrice 7 noblest titles. This the bands knew and sent forth acclamation. With the bull's sheen the red one was apparent. The turbid darkness fled, the heaven was splendid, uprose the bright beam of celestial morning. Surya ascended to the wide expanses, beholding deeds of men, both good and evil. Then afterwards they looked around, awakened, when first they held that heaven allotted treasure. Now all the gods abide in all their dwellings. Varuna, Mitra, be the prayer effective. I will call hither brightly beaming, Agni, the herald all supporting, best at worship. He had disclosed, like the milch cow's pure udder, the Surya's juice when cleansed and poured from beakers. The freest God of all who should be worshipped, the guest who is received in all men's houses. Agni, who hath secured the God's high favor, may he be gracious to us Jatadevas. Sukta 2, Vamadeva and Gautama in meter Trishtup hailed Agni, the faithful one, immortal among mortals, a god among the gods, appointed envoy, priest, best at worship, must shine forth in glory. Agni shall be raised high with man's oblations. Born for us here this day, O son of vigor, between both races of born beings, Agni, thou farest as an envoy having harnessed, sublime one, thy strong-muzzled, radiant stallions. I laud the ruddy steeds who pour down blessing, dropping oil, fleetest through the throatlet of order. Yoking red horses, to and fro, thou goest between you deities and mortal races. Aryaman, Mitra, Varuna, and Indra with Vishnu of the gods Marutas and Ashwins. These Agni with good ear and steeds bring hither most bountiful to folk with fair oblations. Agni, be this our sacrifice eternal, with brave friends, rich in kine and sheep and horses. Rich Asura, in sacred food and children, in full assembly, wealth broad-based and enduring. The man who sweating brings for thee the fuel, and makes his head of ache, thy faithful servant. Agni, to him be a self-strong protector, guard him from all who seek to do him mischief. Who brings thee food, though thou hast food in plenty, welcomes his cheerful guest and speeds him onward. Who kindles thee devoutly in his dwelling, to him be wealth secure and freely giving. Who sore sings praise to thee at eve on morning, and with oblation doth the thing thou lovest. In his own home, even as a gold gate courser, rescue him from distress, the bounteous giver. Whoso brings gifts to thee, immortal Agni, and doth thee service with uplifted ladle. Let him not, sorely toiling, lose his riches, let not the sinner's wickedness enclose him. Whose well-wrought worship thou acceptest, Agni, thou God immortal's gift, thou liberal giver. Dear be this sacrifice to thee, most youthful, and may we strengthen him when he adores thee. Vamadeva and Gautama and Shukta in Trishta meter hails them. May he who knows distinguish sense and folly of man, like straight and crooked backs of horses, lead us, O God, to wealth and noble offspring. Keep penury afar and grant us plenty. This sage the sages never deceived, commanded, setting him down in dwellings of the living. Hence mayest thou, friendly God, with rapid footstep behold the gods, wonderful, fair to look on. Good guidance hast thou for the priest, O Agni, who youngest God with outpoured Soma serves thee. Ruler of men, thou joyous God, bring treasure splendid and plentiful to aid the toiler. Now all that we, thy faithful servants, Agni, have done with feet, with hands, and with our bodies, the wise with toil, the holy right have guided, as though who frame a ear with manual cunning. May we, 7 sages, first in rank, engender from down the mother, men to be ordainers. May we, Angirasas, be sons of heaven and radiant, burst the wealth containing mountain, as in the days of old our ancient fathers, speeding the work of holy worship, Agni, sought pure light and devotion, singing praises, they cleft the ground and made red dawns apparent. Gods, doing holy acts, devote, resplendent, smelting like ore their human generations, enkindling Agni and exalting Indra, they came encompassing the stall of cattle. Strong one, he marked them, and the gods before them like herds of cattle in a fruitful pasture. There they mourned forth their strong desire for mortals to aid the true, the nearest one, the living. We have worked for thee, we have labored nobly bright, dawns have shed their light upon our worship, adding a beauty to the perfect Agni and the God's beauteous eye that shines forever. Agni, disposer we have sung these praises to thee, the wise. Do thou accept them gladly. Blaze upon high and ever make us richer. Give us great wealth, O thou whose boons are many. In Sukta 3 in Mandala 4, Gautama and Vamadeva in meter Trishtu hailed Agni as wind to assist you, Rudra, Lord of worship, priest of both worlds, effectual sacrificer. Agni, invested with his golden colors, before the thunder strike and lay you senseless. This shrine have we made ready for thy coming, as the fond dame attired her for her husband. Performer of good work, sit down before us, invested, while these flames incline to meet thee. A hymn, O priest, to him who hears, the gentle, to him who looks on men exceeding gracious. A song of praise, sing to the God immortal, whom the stone, presser of the sweet Jews, worships. Even as true knower of the law, O Agni, to this our Solomon write, he thou attentive. When shall thy songs of festival be sung thee? When is thy friendship shown within our dwelling? Why this complaint to Varuna, O Agni, and why to heaven, for what is our transgression? How wilt thou speak to earth and bounteous Mitra? What wilt thou say to Aryaman and Bhaga? What, when thou blazest on the lesser altars, what to the mighty wind who comes to bless us? True, circumambient, what to earth? O Agni, what wilt thou say to man destroying Rudra? How to great person who promotes our welfare, to honor Rudra, what who gives oblations? What sin of ours to the far-striding Vishnu? What Agni will thou tell the lofty arrow? What wilt thou tell the truthful band of Marutas? How answer the great sun when thou art questioned? Before the free, before the swift, defend us. Fulfill heaven's work, all-knowing Jatavedas. I crave the cow's true gift, arranged by order, though raw, she hath the sweet ripe juice, O Agni. Though she is black of hue, with milk she teemeth, nutritious, brightly shining, all sustaining. Agni, the bull, the manly, hath been sprinkled with oil upon his back by law eternal. He who gives vital power goes on unanswering. Prashni, the bull, hath milked the pure white udder. By law the Angirasas cleft the rock asunder and sang their hymn together with the cattle. Bringing great bliss, the men encompassed morning. Light was apparent at the birth of Agni. By law the immortal goddesses, the waters, with meet rich waves, O Agni, and uninjured. Like a strong courser lauded in his running, sped to flow onward, swiftly and forever. Go never to the feast of one who harms us, the treacherous neighbor or unworthy kinsman. Punish us not for a false brother's trespasses. Let us right feel the mind of friend or foeman. O Agni, keep us safe with thy protection, loving us, honored God, and ever guarding. Beat thou away, destroy severe affliction, slay them the demon when he waxes mighty. Through these our songs of praise be gracious. Agni, moved by our prayers, O hero, touch our vines. Accept, O Angirasa, these our devotions, and let the praise which gods desire address thee. To thee who knowest Agni, thou disposer, all these wise secret speeches have I uttered. Sung to thee, sage, the charming words of wisdom, to thee, O singer, with my thoughts and praises. Shukta 4, Vamadeva and Gautama in meter Trishta, visualized Agni thus: put forth like a wide spreading net thy vigor, go like a mighty king with his attendants. Thou, following thy swift net, shootest arrows, transfix the fangs with darts that burn most fiercely. Forth go in rapid flights thy whirling weapons, follow them closely, glowing in thy fury. Spread with thy tongue the winged flames, O Agni, unfettered, cast thy firebrands all around thee. Send thy spies forward, fleetest in thy motion. Be never deceived, the guardian of this people. From him who near or far is bent on evil, and let no trouble sent from thee overcome us. Rise up, O Agni, spread thee out before us, burn down our foes, thou who hast sharpened arrows. Him blazing Agni, who hath worked us mischief, consume thou utterly like dried up stubble. Rise, Agni, drive off those who fight against us, make manifest thine own celestial vigor. Slacken the strong bows of the demon-driven, destroy our foemen, whether kin or stranger. Most youthful God, he knoweth well thy favour, who gave an impulse to this his devotion. All fire, days and magnificence of riches hast thou beamed forth upon the good man's portals. Blessed, Agni, be the man, the liberal giver, who with his lauds and regulation oblation, in fain to please thee for his life and dwelling, may all his days be bright, be this his longing. I praise thy gracious favour, sing in answer, may this my song sing like a loud one with thee. Lords of good steeds and ears may be adorn thee, and day by day what save thou us dominion. Hereof free choice, let each one serve thee richly, resplendent day by day, at eve and morning. So may we honour thee, content and joyous, passing beyond the glories of the people. Whoso with good steeds and fine gold, O Agni, comes nigh thee on a ear laden with treasure. His friend art thou, thou art his protector, whose joy it is to entertain thee duly. Through words and kinship I destroy the mighty, this power I have from Gautama my father. Mark thou this speech of ours, O thou most youthful, friend of the house, exceeding wise invoker. Knowing no slumber, speedy and propitious, alert and ever friendly, most unwearied. May thy protecting powers, unerring Agni, taking their places here, combined preserve us. Thy guardian rays, O Agni, when they saw him, preserved blind Maitreya from affliction. Lord of all riches, he preserved the pious, the fees, who fain would harm them, did no mischief. Aided by thee, with thee may we be wealthy, may we gain strength with thee to guide us onward. Fulfill the words of both, O ever truthful, straightway to this, thou God, whom power emboldens. O Agni, with this fuel will we serve thee, accept the Lord, we sing to thee with favour. Destroy the cursing Rakshasas, preserve us, O rich in friends, from guile and scorn and slander. In Shukta 5, Vamadeva and Gautama in Trishtup meter hailed Agni as, "How shall we give with one accord oblation to Agni, to Vaivasvara the bounteous? Great light with full high growth hath he uplifted, and as a pillar bears the roof, sustains it. Reproach not him who, God and self-reliant, vouchsafed this bounty unto me, a mortal. Deathless, discerns wise, to me, the simple. Vaisvarana, most manly, youthful Ani. Sharp-pointed, powerful, strong, of boundless vigor, Agni, who knows the lofty hymn, kept secret. As the last milch cow's track, the doubly mighty, he hath declared to me this hidden knowledge. May he with sharpened teeth, the bounteous giver, Agni, consume with flame most fiercely glowing those who regard not Varuna's commandments and the dear steadfast laws of sapient Mitra. Like youthful women without brothers, straying like dames who hate their lords of evil contact. They who are full of sin, untrue, unfaithful, they have endangered this abnormal station. To me, weak, innocent, thou, luminous Agni, barst boldly, given as it were a heavy burden. This Prastha hymn, profound and strong and mighty, of 7 elements, and with offered dainties. So may our song that purifies through wisdom reach in a moment him the universal, established on the height on earth's best station above the beauteous grassy skin of Prasni. Of this my speech, what shall I utter further? They indicate the milk stored up in secret, when they have thrown as it were the cow's stalls open. The bud protects earth's best and wellowed station. This is the great one's mighty apparition, which from of old the radiant cow hath followed. This shining brightly in the place of order, swift hasting on in secret, she discovered. He then who shone together with his parents remembered Prashni's fair and secret treasure, which in the mother cow's most lofty station, the bull's tongue of the flame bent forward, tasted. With reverence I declare the law, O Agni, what is comes by thine order, Jatavedas. Of this, whatever it be, thou art the sovereign, all the wealth that is in earth or heaven. What is our wealth therefore from, and what our treasure? Tell us, O Jatavedas, for thou knowest, what is our best course in this secret passage. We unreproached have reached at place far distant. What is the limit? What the rules? The Gruden. Like fleet-foot coursers, speed we to the contest. When will the goddesses, the immortal spouses, the dawns, spread over us the sun god's splendor? Unsatisfied, with speech devoid of vigor, scanty and frivolous, and inconclusive. Wherefore do they address thee here, O Agni? Let these who have no weapons suffer sorrow. The majesty of him, the good, the mighty, a flame hath shone for glory in the dwelling. He clothed in light hath shone most fair to look on, wealthy in boon as a home shines with riches. Om.